I do, because we all have our individual ideas of trees, of what they look like. So, what I will do, I'll do the sky first, and I'm going to wet it. If you have a big brush to wet it, it's handy. Now I'm going to do my best for you because my eyes are going rapidly. I'm having a big trouble seeing at the moment. So we'll start with the sky. Now what we can do with the sky, we use the cobalt, maybe a little bit of cerulean as well. But this is a cobalt, so you see that's cobalt, that's a little bit of cerulean. Now I'll put in a little bit of ultramarine as well. There, see? And it's just a staggered effect with different blues, and that's getting you skied up. Now by adding a little light red here and there, what it does, your light red, it turns that blue into a grey colour. I would say looking like an oyster grey colour, maybe, which will give your clouds a little dark look on the underside. Like so. Now we'll go across here. Now I mean this now what we're thinking. Now remember, maybe a little bit of blue in it to just get it on a greeny cast, or even lemon, a little touch of lemon, and then just bring it across as straight as you can. Now we'll be leaving a path across here, right over to this corner nearly. Can you see, right to that corner? Right. And then imagine this is the path entrance here. This is the path entrance. Keep it on the same tone if you can. Don't worry if it's a bit out, because all you need to do is come over to this side after and put a little bit of the same colour on top. Now there's your little foreground there. Now we want next, we'll put a little hut. Now I'm going to use a smaller brush now. Now that's an 1/2 inch. Now this one is a 1/4 or 3/8. So what I'm going to do with this one is make, with a little bit of raw sienna, bring a nice little cottage in. Now you raw sienna all over. Now there's your raw sienna there. Now what we're going to do, we'll put another raw sienna patch along the front here. I put a little bit of brown in this time to get it on a darker shade, just to bring it in here. Now there's your pathway there. Now these poles sticking up here, these fence poles, they'll be rather high because they're right up to here and then going very small. Don't forget they're right up to these poles, so they go smaller. Now, any colouring in here we can put in a moment. So what we can do now, I'll get a small rigger brush and I'll get some really dark burnt umber and I'll put the side view in. Right there. Like so. Now I'm going to try and put a very fine line across the top of that lean-to. I would, and it's the thing is I've not dried it. And using my small 8 brush, I'll just bring in some earth patches. Okay. Now then, the last thing I like to put in this one will be the trees. Now, you can use a size 8 and a size 6, but it is handy if it's got a little bit of a stiffness in it. If you haven't got any stiffness in the brush, use the side of the brush. Don't use the paint too thin either. So get some nice round thick paint. Add a bit of yellow, or when you're doing your tree, put yellow in. Let's see what we can do with this. There we go. Pretty dark, trees are pretty dark. And we're going to put the tree just about here. Now that is a clump of leaves on that side as well. Now the other one over here, it can be right over here. Don't have it to what I would call symmetrical. You see, what I'm doing, I'm imagining this tree and I can see it in my mind. But I'm not doing it as a ball or a lollipop. I'm trying to make it really staggered, as though it's just growing over on that side and not growing on this side, coming in here to there and then closing in at the bottom part with bits like that, and then fill it in again around the bottom here. Now what you can do is you can add a little bit of lemon, put it on the end of your brush and dry it a bit and just put some bits of colour in. Can you see where that's going into there? And you can see a bit of greenery, can't you? Now what I'm going to do now is add a little bit of darkness here and there again, which you get in a tree, but not so with some I'm seeing who's teaching you on here. I wouldn't advise you to follow what they think is a tree, because to me if that's a tree, I'll show my top of rigging. Mind you, Mr. Wesson could, oh, it was beautiful, the trees. Some gorgeous trees. These little bits hanging out at the bottom, they're like that. They're beautiful, well, see them beautiful little bits of leaves hanging over at the end of just over at the end of the branch like that. It's fantastic. So don't forget to do as I do, not as I say. Yeah, I've seen them spend weeks on a tree of an exam. When I've been in a group, you get some guys who are studying for their exam. They do a tree for their exam, and they'll be spending a week on a tree. Mind you, it's beautiful. They do a beautiful tree, I have to admit. Mind you, they spend weeks on it, and that's for their exam. You see, some of my circus paintings are out this world. Oh well, I hope you like that tree. Oh, they're not blobs, but they're not blobs trees. You have to have shapes. Try and put, for me, just for me, try and put some shapes in. Don't do lollipops, and don't do blown inside out umbrellas either. Don't do any blown upside down in umbrellas. Mind you, Mr. Seagull did quite a few trees, and this was this style. Let's see, he did this style. What colour have I got there? Look at that. Oh. Can you see how I'm trying to get them? Put me twigs in as I do the top. I put my twigs in as well. But that's haphazardly, because Mr. Weston used to get. Oh God, I've tried and tried. Marvellous. Just one piece of foliage out of his whole tree, this tree here. Be right over here, it'll let it blow right over on its own. Well, that's what happens in trees, isn't it? Okay, so you have the centre block, yeah. But sometimes you'll get one bunch of foliage which is gone astray, and it comes right over here, and it's floating over there, and it's gorgeous to look at. What am I doing? Now what's wrong with that? Now let's see. Now let's pull that up a bit. Let's see if I can pull it together a little bit. Yeah? Tell me when will you be mine? Quando, quando, quando. Must be feeling a bit better when I can sing. Now what is up with that? Now let me think. Sky, not dark enough for blue. Then it would make all issue stand out more. All this would look different. Can you see there's a little bit of light green in there where I put in? Now that's how it really is, if we can get it like that. It looks something like a tree. But some of what these guys are putting on here as regards trees, I must be living on bloody Mars. I'll tell you what, I've never put any lights on over. One day we're going to sunny Spain, hey viva Las Vegas, la 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 la. How many on yen? I've not put a lot into it, just to make it interesting, that's all, a few different colours. Maybe a little bit more over to that side, see? And that would be interesting, wouldn't it? You've got these two bits here.